Hi, everybody. How are we? Darkbreaker, good morning. Our life in horror. How are you both? Hello, Jasso. Good morning. I'm really excited because I'm bringing you one of my favorite French horror movies of all time, and that is Martyrs. We're going to be deep diving it and giving my discussion. I actually changed CCOH a little bit, just a little bit. Good morning, Zombie Nation. Hello, Tweedle. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Deadwalk. Now, there we go. Everything looks like it's running okay. I had some issues earlier with my color balance. Again, I hate webcams. I'm going to see about setting up my DSLR instead. I'm going to check my white balance. Just give me a second. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Text is mirrored. How come Boris is speaking backwards? Oh, because Boris was switched. Is Boris speaking backwards? Okay, give me a second. Let me switch him around. How's that? Check him out now. Meow. Jasso, I haven't played Friday the 13th. You can't play it online anymore, buddy. You can only play offline. Friday the 13th servers shut down on December 31st at midnight. So technically January 1st, it shut down. The servers shut down. Don, how are you? Yes, we've got our evils and stuff if you guys want. Do I look jaundice? I'm going to try my evil here because I feel that my camera is yellowish. I don't know what's going on with this webcam. I know, isn't Boris cute? Squish face is adorable. My evil on YouTube is 334%. Hey, Macabre, how are you? You're laughing your ass off at what's going on up at work right now. I was supposed to run a basketball game, and it's just randomly cut to music. That sucks. Nice evil, Darkbreaker. Nice, nice, nice. I'm not too bad. Like I said, I was having some slight issues with my camera this morning, so I don't know. Boris is life, right? For those of you that don't know, this cute little guy right here, his name is Boris. If you're on Twitch, you can interact with Boris. Unfortunately, he does not work with YouTube. I really wish YouTube would open up their API a bit more, so we can have some more fun, engaging things, but cute, boring, and mad, right? Right? Macabre, how are you doing? Nice evil today. Commands do work on YouTube, so if you want to check your evilness, you can. See how evil you actually are. Definitely do so, yeah. And yes, you're looking a bit off in the color department. That's what I thought as well. That is what my thoughts are, too. That's better, right? I don't know what's going on like with this webcam. I've had it for quite some time. I mean, I really have. This webcam is what? It's a Logitech Brio 4K, and I've had it since I want to say it came out, which was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I do have a DSLR. I don't know how to set it up properly to make it look good. Oh my hell. Typing Boris' name is gonna be annoying. He's not boring. It's better looking now. Yeah, I don't know. Don't ask. I don't know what the hell's going on. But I did change a couple of things in CCOH. I love Logitech webcams, Macabre. That's all I've ever had. I started out with a C920 and it was beautiful. Then I upgraded to the C130 and I did not like it. And then I actually had the money to buy a $300 and something camera, which was the Logitech Brio 4K. Mr. Loki is here with me. Just the FYI. So if I get distracted, Heavy wasn't up when Mr. Loki and I were up. And so, yeah, he's here with me. I can't leave him alone because he's destructor. Destructor of my fucking pillows. Puppy life, man. Hello, Wickedy. How are you? How are you? My story. What about your story? You have a story? Nice. That's cool. Limbs. I did give everybody 100 limbs, by the way, for, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to wait for everyone to come in. I'm going to do it again. Yeah, he just turned 9 months on the 8th, Our Life. And, yeah. By the way, guys, if you are on YouTube and you love horror, if you like what I do, Our Life in Horror is a cute horror couple here on YouTube. They do reviews and chit chats about horror. If you want to go and check them out, I would suggest doing so. I think the horror community is it's not as huge as everyone thinks it is on YouTube. So I like to support where I can. Speedy, how are you? How are you doing? Chillin', setting into the new year. That's good, Wickedy. Rhea, I saw a cool movie from the 90s. Castle Freak is great. Have you, okay, so since you've seen Castle Freak, you need to go and see Castle Freak Remake. I'm going to highly recommend it. I really like the reboot, Deadwalk. It's time for another super installment of Coffee Chat of Horrors. I like what you fucking did there. Hydration. Thank you, Speedy, for it. Okay, so Zombie Nation, how are you doing? YouTube horror community is growing. It really is. It really is. And I think we need to support each other when we see each other, right? Thank you, Speedy, for your 7-stream streak. Much appreciated. Damn, nice. So, Dawn, when you woke up, ever since of doing with my sister, he moving in from a couple of 8 months ago. That way I saw Boris because he's a dog. Oh, okay. Okay, Dawn. I'm doing pretty good. You're doing very good there, Zombie. Nice, nice, nice. I'm glad you are. So I just changed a little tweak with Coffee Chat of Horrors. You know how I just give you guys the deep dive and a little bit of my information about what I like? I am doing it as we're going to go through all of the information that I found for you, and then I'm going to give you my review and my personal feelings and analysis on Martyrs, on anything really, and then my end closing. So I kind of figured since I'm deep diving it and I watch these movies, I might as well give a review on whether or not you should watch it. I'll also go into the triggers, if there's any triggers in this movie that you may trigger yourself if you watch. But yeah. They did a remake not that long ago, Wickedy, of Castle Freaks, and I would highly recommend it. It's more violent than the original Castle Freak, sorry. It is more aggressive, I want to say, and a little bit more violent than the original. I love both Castle Freak and the Castle Freak remake. You looking forward to this? Awesome, Darkbreaker. I'm glad to hear that. You know me, I have to change things. I get kind of like, I feel stale sometimes, and that's why the whole change on my gaming stream when I do my gaming and Coffee Chat of Horrors. I'm sure Coffee Chat of Horrors is going to get another overhaul here, but not right away. You guys can play with Boris if you like. But how has everybody's Sunday been? How was everybody's weekend? What did I watch? I really didn't get to watch too much this weekend except Saturday with the Horde. We watched Martyrs. Change is good. I would agree with you, Deadwalk. Change is always good. Yeah, sometimes people are afraid of change, and that's okay. But don't let it hold you back. All horror movies should have a massive amount of extreme violence, right? But then I get it. Some people aren't into that violence or that extreme violence, and they want to be able to watch a horror movie that creeps them out and gets them a bit scary. I get that. You're good. Had my apartment painted yesterday. Nice. Did you do it or have someone else come in and do it? I kind of missed the last bit of the movie streamed, but the premise to being a sea abuse doesn't overpower. No, the child abuse in Martyrs does not overbear. It's not overbearing in this movie. But again, child abuse is a trigger for some people. So that's why I always tell them that this movie focuses on trauma and abuse, right? Oh, nice, Speedy. That's great. I'm just ready to go home. But other than that, it's a good one. Just trying to put in the final touches on some new stuff I want to do with the channel and social media. Nice. Right on, Macabre. I kind of get you. You have a new landlord. Nice. Most of them most of the theme more with the aftermath of child abuse or abuse of any sort. Yeah. I'll get into some of my analysis of Martyrs, because I've seen Martyrs. I can't even tell you how many times. I've seen it quite a few times. I have seen the remake. The remake it's okay. I hate when North America remakes international films because they always miss something. There isn't one North American remake of an international film that I can say is great. Not even The Grudge with whatchamacallit, Sarah Michelle Gellar. I don't, they miss what the French or the international bring into it, right? It's a trigger for me, which is why I'm saying the movie itself didn't trigger anything. Oh, good. I'm glad it didn't trigger anything for you. But I always let people know that it can be a trigger. All of the movies that I tell you guys to watch or recommend you to watch, I will always give a trigger warning. There is just something. Yeah, there is Dead Walk. There is just something lacking. See, even The Ring it was all right, you know. It wasn't great. It lost that creepiness, that eeriness that the original Ringu actually brought in. And I think that's where it gets lost in translation, maybe. I don't know. But I watch a lot of international horror, and I find when we do remakes in North America, we lose that little something. The Moon Cocoon, welcome to the crypt. Thank you so much for the follow. Hi, Mr. Loki Pants. Yeah, Mr. Loki is down here now. Yeah, the original is definitely the best. Another really good French slasher is going to be Inside, and I believe it was 2007 that movie was released. Now, this movie touches a taboo that most North American horror movies do not touch, and that is pregnant women and infants. Hello, Joel. How are you? Good morning. Inside was brutal, right? But it's amazing. Yeah, Loki Pants. I 100% agree. Most U.S. remakes of international anything miss the mark. Even The Office and The House of Cards wasn't as good as the UK version. I agree with you. The TV show Ghosts was the UK version first, and then the North America made it with Rose McIver, and it just lost something there. It wasn't as funny, and it didn't pull me in as much as the UK version. We just watched Irreversible. Oh, so you watched the Irreversible straight cut. Have you watched it, the original cut in our life? I am great. I am great, Joel. I hope you're doing well. I am fine. Hi, I remembered fine. Irreversible straight cut is on Shudder. So Irreversible is another French horror movie. It is extreme. When I tell you it's extreme, it's got it premises around a horrific SA event. And there are two versions of, so you watched the original, yeah. So you watched it as it's filmed backwards, right? Forwards, and it hops around. It can be quite confusing. The other cut watches it. It's done in chronological order of what happens. And you miss something in that version when you watch it in chronological order. That is not a remake, but they recut it and put it in chronological order of what happens. Shudder needs to, I know, right? I give them plenty of free press, 100%. But I love Shudder. Hey, Rainy, good morning. How are you? They have both options on Prime. Nice. I own the original where it's not in chronological order, the original order, the way it is. A movie I recollect back in the day, which wasn't really anything horrific, in my opinion. Darkness Falls is a good movie. Or at least give her a lifetime free sub, right? I was talking about Inside from 2000, I believe it's 2007. Is another French horror movie, and it's a slasher. And back in 2007, again, remember, late 1990s to the mid 2000s, French extreme horror was making it big. This was the hot thing to do. And this movie touched on murder and assault of a pregnant woman, not SA, just assault of a pregnant woman and her baby. And when it hit North America, there was a lot of uproar because this kind of violence was a taboo here. Children really didn't die in horror movies, and if they did, it was kind of buried. So in 2007, when Inside came out, they came out with guns of friggin' blazing, and it's a great slasher. I think I call it as a slasher because it really is. And then in 2015, it was remade in North America, and the North America version is just quite lame. I would tell you to go see it anyway, so you can kind of get the feeling of it. But I thought it was quite lame compared to the original movie. I like Darkness Falls. I thought it was good. It triggered me to become too, because you have night terrors. Yeah, I know a few people that have night terrors, right? And it sucks. Night terrors blow. I watched a documentary on night terrors. Hey, Ace, how are you? Good morning. Or actually, good evening. Rhea, my buddy told me to look at the movie with Lou Diamond Phillips called First Power. Yeah, First Power isn't bad. Sure. Hi. I don't know how to say your name there, but be wise with your questions. That's all I got to say. When people come into my stream and say, I have a question, my mods' ears go, do I watch gore? Yes, I am a gore whore. I love blood, guts, and ass. And the more blood, guts, and ass on the screen, the happier this bitch is. I love it. Yeah. Right. Hi, Ben. How are you? My ears pop up like Boris, right? With Boris and his sonar. Did I tell you that we do like dick violence here? You know what I mean? The more violence towards that, the better it is there. It usually makes people run. Hey, at least no more can get some V-Bucks. Speedy. Talking about, has anybody here besides myself and probably Deadwalk, have you all seen the movie called Thirst? It came out in 2019 and it is an Icelandic vampire film. And when I talk about dick violence, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So the movie Thirst is an Icelandic vampire movie about a 1,000-year-old gay vampire. And it is a wild fucking ride. I love that movie. It's one of my favorites. And if you are in Canada, you will be able to watch it on Tubi. But if you're not, oh God, Our Life in Horror at it, please. I think you both would love it. It's got a lot of violence. Hello, serial killer. How are you? That's my new drag name, Dick Violence. I watch a lot of fucked up movies because I like fucked up movies. And this one is funny. It's a vampire horror comedy. It's a vampire comedy, basically. And yes, it's about a gay 1,000-year-old vampire, and he's great. I really love how they portrayed him. I am great. Sorry, I was making breakfast. No, you're just in time. You're just in time. We're about to do our quick little tarot card reading before we dive into Martyrs. Martyrs will be a nice little deep dive. Like I said, if you're new here and this is your first time watching a Coffee Chat of Horrors, I want you to be a part of the conversation. Ask questions. Talk amongst yourself. No one gets ignored here. So if you want to talk about the movie, you want to talk about what your dislikes and your likes about it, please feel free. You want to ask questions. If I can answer it, I will. Nader, good morning. Good morning. One day I will watch CCOH with Obsidian open so I can get more movies to watch. Definitely. I can give you a whole list of movies to watch, especially international, because I love international horror. But yes, let's do our tarot card reading heading into the week. And after that, we'll dive into some Martyrs and I'll go over a few things. Gotta run. Have a great afternoon. You as well, Our Life. Thank you for coming in. Much appreciated. Have a great Sunday. All right, let's see what our cards have in store for us today. Strength. Strength. We have great inner strength surrounding us. You need to release the harsh judgments of yourself and others. Forgiveness and compassion is going to be very big for you this week. So you want to make sure that you have that forgiveness and the compassion. Now, I understand people say, I don't want to forgive somebody. The forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. When we hold on to energy or thought process of something that happened to us and we hold on to that anger, that resentment, it actually festers inside of us like an open wound. And that open wound, the longer it festers, the longer it gets infected, pussy, and gross. This is exactly what holding on to resentment and hate does to our bodies. So releasing and forgiving doesn't necessarily mean you're forgiving that person. You're just forgiving what's going on so you can move on and heal as a person. Definitely go into that. Forgiveness and compassion this week is going to be benefit for you. And sometimes going into something that has been a hard time for you with some compassion makes it a little easier to get through. So keep aware of that. And you have really good inner strength to get through whatever you're going through right now. The page of water. So the energy going into this week is going to be intuitive. You're gonna see and feel things. Sensitive, artistic, and friendly. This is the energy that's going to be surrounding us. Some of us are going to enter, a new person's going to enter your life. And this new person is going to be basically the representation of the page of wands, intuitive, sensitive, friendly, artistic. Horde, no matter what the cards tell us, some here seem to not be listening if the same card comes up time and time again. Yeah, 100% dead walk. I boiled and fried pierogies in butter and onion and chopped up kielbasa, strawberry, blueberries, and raspberries. Nice cereal. That sounds delicious. Never hold a grudge. It's never good. For some of us in a relationship, we're going to start taking a little bit higher, the next level. Listen to your own intuition, guys, because it never leads you astray. Our third card is the Empress, and she's letting us know that it is time to give birth to your dreams, that motivation, that thoughts, those things that you've been writing down that you want to achieve one day. Now's the time to get going with this. Don't forget, with everything going on in your life, that the Empress is also letting us know that we need to nurture oneself, allow ourselves to be healed, nurture yourself and others as well. When we take care of our own body, it allows us to help take care of others. So make sure you're getting enough water, enough exercise, enough you time. You still want to eat the experience pierogies? I make homemade pierogies all the time, Tweedle. And the very last card is the Eight of Earth, and this is surrounding material items and work, skilled work. If your hard work is going to pay off for you, whether it's going to be a raise, a little extra money here, a little extra views here, whatever it may be, your hard work, your skilled work is going to pay off for you. Some of us are thinking about going back to school to upgrade our education, to possibly go into something further, maybe upgrade your career, and learning a little bit of something may help you get that far. So you are on the right path if you are thinking about going back to school to learn some stuffs. Learning everything you know about a specific topic or career is not a bad thing. This will help you grow where you want to grow financially. So understanding the ins and outs of a job that you may not have yet, but once you get that education and understanding and what you may need, this is going to open up new doorways for you. So that is your card reading for today, going into the week. I hope if it resonates with you, great. It means it's meant for you. If it didn't resonate with you and you're like, what the fuck? That means it just wasn't for you, and that's okay. Hi, Loki. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? What are you eating? What are you? Oh, your hide. He's eating his hide. Ugh. I think it does it on purpose. Oh, autocorrect? Yeah. Apple AI, my foot. In other words, you need to gut this week. Yes, everything that has been discussed needs that warrior energy, 100%. Is it cold in Canada? Yeah, we just had some snow. It's -2 this morning, but we're warming up. Nobody. Can't take my skulls, okay? I know they smell good, but you can't take them. No, you can't. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Loki gets those big chew sticks. I get him those big chews, and he loves them, but they smell nasty. Like, they're gross. Maybe I'm a hideous typist, so lost cause here. It's warmer it's warmer in Canada right now. We're warm, well, in Alberta. I can't speak for all of Canada. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? What? Come on, come on. You can't come up here. You are not a lapdog. Yeah, you're not a lapdog. No, you're not. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. No, don't go underneath my wires. Yeah. Bully sticks or bull penis. No, they weren't bully sticks. They were chews. There are these big chews. Bully stick. Yeah, pizzle is usually bull penis, right? I'm out of practice. I honestly can hold my own typing average. Nice, Tweedle. I type really fast as well. I do about 80 words a minute. Here in Chile, you don't imagine how sunny. Oh, I bet you guys are super sunny. What are you doing? Oh, whatever. Fuck this place. We had the greatest weather last week and melted all of our snow, and now it's back again. Yeah, where Serial lives in Alberta, he lives in an area that gets a lot of Chinooks, and Chinook is just a warm weather moving in. Where I live, which is an hour and change away from Serial, we don't get that. It's just shit weather. It's sunny, but it's snowing, right? We've got quite a bit of snow. Can you type as fast as I drink? I might be able to. Probably even faster. I type on a computer for a living. That's what I do. So you've got to be quick. All right, guys, we're going to dive into Coffee Chat of Horrors. Which team are you? Summer or winter? I like summer. Actually, I like fall. But, you know, your snow is melting. That's nice, Speedy. Not here. Not here. But we're going to dive into Coffee Chat of Horrors. I do have a disclaimer right before we start, just in case anyone gets a little upset with what we're discussing, just so you know what we are going into. Hello, Moon over Miami.
You like scary movies and coffee.
The following show is based on research on horror movies and what goes on behind the scenes of your favorite scary movies. HORDE Entertainment or ReAnimateHer is not responsible for the macabre and horror that you are about to witness. Viewer discretion is advised.
So, Serial, you can complain at www.kissmyass.com is where you can complain at. Rhea, you want me to write a book? Oh, my Lord. Yeah, I have to have the actual organization and downtime to write a book. Martyrs was deeply unpleasant, but instantly became one of my favorite horror movies ever. But there are some extreme horror movies I despise. See, I'm a big fan of a Serbian film, Bryce. But yes, Martyrs can be very disturbing. And now that would be an interesting stream. I race to see who's faster, cereal drinking or raw typing, right? That's where you can send your plankton. Ra, you should hear what Sailor used for alert command. She's going to get in shit. Oh, I got to hear this. All right, guys. We're going to just snooze this ad over on Twitch. Good morning, Daywalkers. I am ReAnimateHer, your queen of horror, and this is Coffee Chat of Horrors, the only horror show that takes its the only horror show that takes its coffee like it's magic, and that is black. Today's screams come from the warped mind of Pascal Laugier in Martyrs, released in 2008. So buckle up, my ghouls, as we traverse the realms that nightmares are made of. Before we dive in, I want to tell you right now, this is a spoiler-filled discussion, deep dive, and review in that order. There is spoilers, so if you want to see this movie and you haven't seen it yet and you want to, mute me, because I will be deep diving this, and there will be spoilers, because towards the end I will give you my analysis on Martyrs as well as my review. Making sure what Loki was doing down there. He was like by my wires. Ra, you need to see the Serbian film. I know. I have it marked. I'm buying that bitch when it comes out. So a Serbian film is getting a documentary done. Now, if you guys don't know, I know we're off track. Serbian film is, the message is about the Serbian government and how it treats its people and how corrupt it is. That is why that movie was made. There is a message within that movie. I know the movie is very graphic and very disturbing on every level. However, there was a message in it. I saw Martyrs to get a bit distracted during the pandemic while going through depression. Talk about depression, Martyrs. We'll get into that too. I have some really good information for you guys. It can really be a statement about a lot of places, really. 100% Deadwalk. Spoiler, at the end of Martyrs, you find out it all was a dream, and just halfway it becomes a musical. 2008 or 2015, Bryce? Okay, so the movie is directed and written by Pascal Laugier, which I'm not sure if I'm saying his last name correctly. He is French. The filming locations for Martyrs was done in France and Montreal, Canada. The budget for Martyrs was $2.3 million, which isn't bad. Now, this movie did not get a theatrical release in the United States. not at all, because of what this movie is about and the disturbing content. Now, this content is not disturbing on the level of like Cannibal Holocaust or a Serbian film. It's disturbing on a level of child abuse, okay? Because it talks about trauma. Some of the other titles for this movie in other countries is called The Witness. Martyr in Greek is witness. Torture chamber. However, Martyrs perfectly captures the harrowing and existential themes the film explores. And we're going to dive into that a little bit more. We are going to watch the trailer after I tell you guys the plot summary. And I'd love to hear what you all think about Martyrs as we're discussing this. Oh, you're just being dumb. It's okay, Bryce. We welcome that as well. We welcome fun, comedy. I never thought I would see a movie like that. It is in an unstable way. Not dumb, just fun. The Horde are a fun-loving bunch. We are. I don't know all the details about a Serbian film's political intent, but I just assumed it was an allegory for the Bosnian genocide with the Serbian government forcing people to commit atrocities. Serbian film has a lot to it. Maybe I'll deep dive that one day for you guys. Imagine if every government did films about their own government. There's a lot of people who did. Necromantic. Necromantic is another one that is a German horror film about necromancy. Actually, yeah, it's about some stuff, but it's about the censorship of horror in general all around the place, because in Germany they would highly censor horror, and the director of Necromantic wanted to protest that, so he made the most disgusting, disturbing, shocking film he could think of, and that was Necromantic. Has another message behind it. Hello, Lieutenant Dan. Unfortunately, all of our sounds are shut off for Coffee Chat of Horrors. People would be drowning in maple syrup and forced to have sex with Tim Hortons donuts with the moose poured flaming hot doubles all over you after they made you drink a 2-4 and a Mickey. Canadian talk. There is no audio besides moi. Necromantic is one of your favorites. Yeah, I love Necromantic. Okay, so Martyrs follows the harrowing journey of a young woman seeking revenge against the individuals who abducted and tortured her as a child. Alongside her is her best friend, who also endured a life of abuse. Together, they confront a horrifying, dark truth that challenges the limits of human endurance and mortality. And morality on top of that. We're going to dive into the trailer so you guys can see the official trailer from 2008 Martyrs. What are you doing? Sorry, guys. Loki is doing some stuff. I'm going to clean it up while we watch the trailer. Now, that is Martyrs. It doesn't really show a whole hell of a lot, which is nice. It doesn't really show the whole movie in a trailer, which is nice. I forgot about Tim Hortons. Now I want donuts. Tim Hortons donuts suck. 15 years later, yes. So this movie might confuse a bit of you when watching it. Oh, wait, we've got an ad. I'll come back with that in a moment. If you're watching me over on any other channel, you don't have an ad, but if you're watching me here on Twitch, you will unfortunately have an ad, and so I don't like to miss any information when it comes to that. Thank you very much, Bryce F., for becoming a subscriber over on my YouTube channel. I do hope you like disturbing horror movies because I enjoy them, and I do a few different topics on disturbing movies. Yeah, we get to squirrel a little bit. We do. Hi, Sailor Moon. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. My new video on the movie Eat is coming out here soon as well. You guys know that I like to watch disturbing and shocking films, and then I tell you guys about it. And if you want to watch it, you know what's going to happen, and then you can watch it. That'll be my next one that I'm doing. Tim's used to be so good in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, they used to make their donuts in-house. It was so delicious. Even though it's about being miserable, I found Martyrs emotionally satisfying because you really feel like you've been through something. Yeah, Bryce. Hi, the Hood Scientist. You're new? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a huge horror fan. On Sundays, I do a deep dive into horror movies, usually international horror movies and lesser known horror movies. I don't deep dive mainstream, because everybody and their mother deep dives mainstream movies. So you will hear more of international films and very small indie low budget films. Bicycle, darling, how are you? Once you have a Krispy Kreme, everything else sucks. Yeah. I can't have donuts, so you and your donut talk. Anyways, welcome back. Welcome back, guys. I hope everyone is doing good. Hell yeah, I feel you. Those are the real gems. Thank you, the Hood Scientist, for the sub over on YouTube. Much appreciated. Every Sunday, I do deep dives and I talk about horror. So you're more than welcome to. Come on in and hang out. During the week, I do play horror games and have horror combos. All right, now let's dive right back into Martyrs. We just seen the trailer. Martyrs was written in 4 months while Pascal Laugier was battling clinical depression and a state of bordering on self-harm, which if you've seen Martyrs, you can kind of understand where Laugier is coming from watching Martyrs. To be honest, I find the high production ones often more effective than super low budget stuff like August Underground, Guinea Pig. Maybe I find them more engaging. Yeah, I mean, August Underground and Guinea Pig are full on shock films, right? Their gore is just for pure shock. Every Sunday in the fall, yes, exactly, Deadwalk. Every Sunday in the fall and winter. So Laugier described his mindset during the writing as this is coming directly from him from an interview. There are no utopias, ideologies have collapsed, and our faith in the future with them. I really believe the Western world is sick. Horror cinema allowed me to express this in a very direct way. Now, if you think about what he just said, kind of hits a nail on the head. And you can kind of see why Martyrs is the way it is. Martyrs wasn't created to shock, disturb, or horrify. It was to make you think and see. This, for me, I consider this a religious film, and I'll tell you why a little bit later on. Laugier was going through some of the most depressing time in his life. And he, like I said, was looking at self-harm himself. And during the writing of Martyrs, honestly, this is why I love horror. It can really be a therapy session. 100%. It definitely can. Now, Laugier envisioned Martyrs as more than just a horror film. He viewed it as an apocalyptic, anticipatory movie reflecting societal collapse. Now, when you watched Martyrs, this is for those who watched Martyrs, did you feel that? Did you feel that he was hitting towards a societal collapse? This movie is about a cult, right? And this cult is somewhat of a religious cult looking for the afterlife, looking proof for the afterlife. So they torture and torment children throughout their life. Nope, I miss messages in films. Hello, Naomi. How are you? That's interesting. I can't help relate. I can't help relate it to stuff about alienation in late capitalism with the absence of supportive social spaces leading to depression and abuse and etc. See? Oh, you're doing good. You've seen that as well. Yeah. When I was watching this movie, I've seen this movie a million times, and the more and more I see it, the more and more I have theories on this film. And when I deep dived it and looked into it and read interviews about the film, I realized there was a lot more to this film than what you actually seen and what you felt. Martyrs as a movie made me angry. Watching it just made me angry, and a little bit of sadness, but just more angry than anything. Sailor, thank you for your 7-stream streak. I appreciate it. I felt like an end of the world cult, sort of, kind of. They're more about, they wanted to make proof of the afterlife, the other world. Well, this is my opinion. When you watch the movie, that's what you see. And Mademoiselle, when she's talking to Anna, she basically says exactly what we're looking for, right? If the societal collapse was about how we abuse each other and give into the darkest of our desires for self, yeah, that's basically what he's discussing there, right? Now, let's see. He also clarified that disgust was not his motive when he was making Martyrs. He didn't want to make you, like, he didn't want to make you disgusted. It's a love story between Anna and Lucy drove him to tell this deeply emotional and devastating story. And it is a devastating story. Now, in the beginning, you see an escape, the torture of a young girl. Now, it's no SA. They're not perverts. They're not sexual deviants. These people believe in pain. Suffering brings you transcending into enlightenment, meaning you get to see God. There's another world out there. So they didn't SA anybody. They're not perverts. They weren't doing anything sexualizing any of the children. So don't worry about that. What this more was, in the beginning, you see a young girl being tortured and experimented upon. She escapes. And then it shoots to 15 years later, and she is an adult then. But when she escapes, she gets taken in by an orphanage. People were taking care of her. She wasn't being experimented on any further because she escaped that. But Anna, they became best friends during trauma. Anna also came from an abusive childhood. Nothing like Lucy, though. Lucy really had it bad. And trauma bonds, have you guys heard of the term trauma bond? It's a lot like flagellation. I don't know if I said that correctly. Interesting to relate martyrdom and abuse to religion. Heretic kind of makes me the same comment. So trauma bond is where you bond to somebody because of the trauma you went through, whether you went through it together or you met another person that you went and just like maybe a support group, and you bond over the trauma that you have gone through. Now, this is what happened to Anna and Lucy in this as children, because they met as children. Suffering through pain, enlightenment, their philosophy is like a butterfly emerging from darkness cocoon and a final reveal into something beautiful. Yes. Similar to trauma. Yeah, I got a few friends like that. Yeah, and it happens. It's not a bad thing. But this movie sure shows this. For those of you that are new here, after I discuss the information I found, I'm going to give you my analysis and thoughts on Martyrs and my review on Martyrs. So if you're interested in what my thesis is, my analysis of the whole thing, just wait till the end. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Hellraiser. You know what I mean? Okay, so Pascal, I told you guys there's a remake of this movie, and I believe it's in 2015. The remake really fell short. And Pascal, the director, expressed his regret over selling the rights for the 2015 American remake, calling it, quote, junk film, and revealing he didn't earn a cent from it. he could only endure 20 minutes of watching the remake of Martyrs before he had to turn it off because he was like, this was, they didn't reproduce anything. It was lame to him. It's a junk film, according to Pascal Laugier, the director and writer of Martyrs. And that kind of sucks. Selling your rights to a movie so it could be remade and watching that remake and being like, what is this piece of shit? You know? I wish they'd make a Hellraiser that really got into the grisly details like Martyrs, or even something lighter like Suspiria. Yes, I like Suspiria. I like the original Suspiria. I will tear your soul apart. Exactly. All right, let's see what else we got in for you. So there were a few production challenges when it came to Martyrs, and actress Morjana Alu, who played Anna, broke 3 bones in her foot after falling nearly 10 feet off of a soundstage. This injury halted production for over a month while she recovered. Oh, my Lord. 3 bones in her foot when she was falling 10 feet off of a soundstage. Nanette Blood Rose Horror Nightmare, thank you for becoming a part of the Jason Voorhees here, resubscribing. Thank you so very much on the membership. I appreciate it. Mwah. Thank you, Nanette. How are you? But that's what corporate America does. They strip all meaning from a work and then mass produce it. Yeah, sounds like another country as well. I won't watch the remake of Martyrs. Let the Right One In. That's a good movie. Good Night Mommy, I liked because it's like they make a point to ruin everything. Yeah. I find, Bryce, that when we remake in North America, we lose something. And maybe it's getting lost in translation from the international film to the North American remake. All of the remakes were just quite meh when it comes to remaking an international, especially international horror film. North America is very conservative when it comes to these kind of things and has a big taboo on almost everything in horror, where international, they don't mind, you know, an example, murdering children, having children murdered in a horror movie. That's a huge no-no here. Did you see how people fucking lost their shit in Terrifier? Hey, Diala, good morning. Cultural differences. Oh, 100% cultural differences. Definitely. Probably how George Lucas feels every day after giving Disney Star Wars. I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. How are you, Nanette? There's many, many more bones in the body that I would rather break than my foot, right? Ouchies. But at least it's the furthest away from the brain, so the pain kind of takes a little bit to get there. The Swedish version of Let the Right One In is the one to watch. Yes, the original version. Same thing with, well, I will say, oh, we'll get on to that. I'm not going to scroll right now. So there's a little bit of controversy, and I hate mentioning this company. I hate mentioning this company because they are the people who own it's a piece of shit. But I have to mention it as part of the deep dive here. It's amazing how much people I know get upset about Terrifier. I found them so much fun. It's like a gleeful send of up of slasher films, and honestly better than most, though there are some difficult moments. I loved Terrifier 1. I thought the gore was great. Mischief Maker, good morning. How are you? I know I scroll quite easily. Damn it. Okay, so the distribution controversy. Remember, I don't like this company. The Weinstein Company initially picked up the film Martyrs after Bob Weinstein viewed it on a plane. However, he found it so disturbing that the company decided against its distribution and decided not to distribute it. Eventually, it did get distribution, and you are able to find Martyrs on DVD. There is an unrated, and then a rated version. The French version is the unrated version, and then you have the English version where you watch Martyrs and they're speaking more English. That is the more rated version of Martyrs. I'm great, Nanette. Thank you for asking. I'm pretty friggin' fabulous, gots to say. But I hope you're doing well. Now, Martyrs is again, When it got its distribution a little late. The United States never received a theatrical release of Martyrs because it was too aggressive for that time. Remember, 2008, different time, different era. Now I think the movie would have been fine because look at Terrifier, torture horror films came out. So 2004, Saw, right? Saw hit mainstream movies, mainstream theater, mainstream horror, which blew away people's minds because a lot of these films like Saw would never made it to mainstream. Then Hostel comes along. This movie came along in 2008 and it was still a taboo because of the child abuse. They probably didn't distribute it because they were like, shit, Harvey yeah, I know. I just don't like the Weinstein Company. Too many goddamn Christian conservatives. That's the problem. I don't know. I can't tell you what the problem is. The NCAA, not the NCAA, which one is the rating system in the United States? I like Saw 1. That's about it. I enjoy the Saw franchise. I like 10. I like that kind of stuff. I like Hostel. I really enjoy Hostel. I think Hostel's a great movie. The state's MPAA. That's it. MPAA. Sorry about that. What did I say? The states really holds onto those puritanical values. They do. Well, look how it was founded. The machinery in Saw is amazing, but that's what I liked about them. Oh, you like the machinery? Nice. Saw X was the best in my opinion, but I like the narrative. Yeah, I've never seen Hostel. Hostel is very similar to Saw when it comes to visuals. Oh, so the NCAA is that sports. Oh, well, you get MPAA. There we go, MPAA. That's funny. Well, I don't even watch sports. I don't even watch college sports. I don't even know how I got that in my mind. Okay, so the cults. Let's talk about this cult that is in Martyrs. These people, okay, so the bad people in this movie are a part of a cult with one purpose, and this purpose is to create martyrs. They don't engage in any sexual abuse or perversion. Instead, their torture is meant to serve a higher goal. They believe that through extreme suffering, a person can transcend their pain and reach a state of clarity. The cult's ultimate goal is to catch a glimpse of the afterlife, a vision of God. And this is what they did throughout the film and throughout the 17 years. Mademoiselle is the main cult leader. She dedicated her life to finding a vision of God, finding the afterlife, getting a glimpse of the afterlife. And in the ending, which I'm going to spoil for you as well, and my theory on what happened in the ending, there's quite a few fandoms about the ending of this film, but I will give you mine. And all this woman, Mademoiselle, wanted to do was get proof of the afterlife. So she tortured children and tortured them until they grew up to adults. And if they died during the process of martyrdom, then, oh, well, they died, right? These children were not treated very well at all. Diella, the first 3 Saw movies were okay, but they're at like, what, 8, 10, 11 now. 11, Diella. Bought the bundle of all the films, stopped watching around 5. They were just derivative after that. Doom Christ and Albert, welcome to the crypt. Thank you so much for the follows. You like the idea of Hostel, but I always wanted more from those movies. Hostel could have been more. There could have been more. But again, during that time, having these kinds of movies, these torture-esque movies come out in mainstream horror, that was pretty fucking huge. And like I said, in 2004, can you guys remember a time before 2004 that a film at that stature of Saw came out? If you think about it, mainstream. I'm not talking about direct to VHS or direct to DVD. I'm talking about mainstream in the theatrical release. There really wasn't anything on Saw's level that was released in the movie theaters at that level of torture. And then came Hostel, right? Both are torturous movies. Hostel, there could have been a hell of a lot more, but Hostel made it into mainstream. And I think if it went above that, it would have never made it mainstream. Yeah, I can't remember when I bought the bundle. They weren't done yet. Yeah, no, they're on like 11 now, Diella. Spiral isn't bad. The Book of Spiral, I enjoyed the Book of Spiral. I do love the deep thought premise of the Saw movies. It's like Seven, where the killer just wants the world to change their BS. Yeah. Saw really pushed the limits as far as it could go. Yeah, Saw did. They definitely did. They definitely did. I like the Saw films. And hi, buddy. Hi. What you doing? What you doing? Are you coming to say hi? Yeah? Yeah? I got to put my coffee down because he's a big moose. And probably would have spilt it all over my keyboard. Yeah, I kind of have Loki now being able to come down. You leave it alone. Leave it. Leave it. I have it now to where Loki can come downstairs so Heavy is not stuck in the house and he can go do things. I blocked off the other part of my basement where all the cats are. I have 3 cats and I had to block it off because Loki will eat their cat shit, their cat food, and torment them. He's only a puppy, so he still has that asshole energy. So I have it now to where I can. Yeah, he's American Staffordshire Bull Terrier. We think he's also mixed with Mastiff. What about I Spit on Your Grave and The Last House on the Left? Didn't they come out? They came out in the 70s. And that is a different type of film. That is a revenge film compared to torture. Right? I mean, there is some torture in Last House on the Left and I Spit on Your Grave, but not like the level of Saw, right? Yeah, he's a mix. He's an American Staffordshire Bull Terrier, and we think he's crossed with Mastiff, but we're not 100% sure. We didn't really know what mom was either. That we're just going off by what the vet believes he may be. Yeah, he's a little beastie. Hostel was limited. They wanted more, but it would never hit theaters. Exactly, Zombie Nation. It would never would have hit theaters if they actually pushed those limits. Loki doesn't have his own emoji. No, he will. I have it in my phone. I just haven't had the time. Then when I do have the time, I forget all about it. Yeah, we have a house divided into dog and cat zones as well. You have to. I have to, at least. With Mr. Chico, I didn't have to because he thought he was one of the cats. He was a Chihuahua, my little handsome boy. It seems like censorship got more intense in the 80s and 90s, even though that slasher decade. Oh, it did. 100%, Bryce. You see how the music industry happened in the 80s and 90s? Where, Twisted Sister, Motley Crue, Two Live Crew, you had those, Tipper Gore, right? It was Tipper Gore that started this whole censorship thing back in the 80s. Yeah, off track, I swerve. Yeah, me too, Doc Breaker. My dad's wife says he looks like he has Mastiff. Yes, we think he has Bull Mastiff in him. Yeah, Tipper Gore, man, Tipper Gore. Do they even have the dead walk? Because if they do, Jack is going to get his DNA took on an ancestry. Oh, nice. Now you're careened into a brick wall. I did. And it's funny because Martyrs doesn't have a whole hell of a lot of behind the scenes stuff just because it's not that type of film. The spoiler alert, towards the end, in order to get Anna to break or get Anna to transcend, they skin her while she's alive, while she's awake. No pain medication, because remember, this is all about the pain transcending you from this level of suffering to enlightenment. So it's transcending. Now she is skinned alive. That is a bodysuit with some makeup and latex and other things on top of it. So they skin her from everywhere except this part of her face, and that's it. And when they are skinning her, you get to see her look and how she does transcend from the pain and suffering into another realm of her own brain. It makes sense with music. The Velvet Underground can, Captain Beefheart, and other weird music actually got some exposure before that. Yeah, it did. The 80s, people freaked out about industrial and death metal. 100%. I missed the part. It came back and saw just a moment of her being done in a skinless chicken. Yeah. Classic example of Cannibal Corpse album covers got covered to be, yeah, 100%. Cannibal Corpse got definitely hit crazy with illicit stamps. Raw didn't careen into the wall. It jumped out in front of her. Thank you, Mischief Maker. It did. It jumped right out. I thought I saw people on social media doing doggy ancestry tests. They do exist. They're not 100%, right? This is why movies like this are my favorite, and I find them the scariest because this could happen. Oh, fuck yeah, this could happen. I mean, we have cults. We've seen what cults do, right? We have the Jones cult, right? You remember that? It was back in the day where he had his entire cult kill themselves, unalive themselves. Then you have Charles Manson's cult. Cults can happen. They can happen anytime, any day, anywhere in the world. So it's kind of scary in that sense. What's up? What up? Yeah. I heard skinless chicken. We are back on Raw, right? This skinning scene in Martyrs honestly just made me feel sad emotionally, not even intellectually, just emotionally sad. Yeah, the skinning, like if you watch the unrated version, you get to see a lot more than the other version of Martyrs. And the skinning scene is a pretty sad scene. And just to understand the kind of pain someone is going through when being skinned, no pain medication, fully awake, like, I don't know, that's gotta be super fucking painful. And you can see it in her face and in her eyes. And then when she does go off, like transcends into wherever she's going, you can see that happen in her face. And House of a Thousand Corpse level gore. I love House of a Thousand Corpse. Not equal to Martyrs, but still bloody and rough. Yeah. No worries, Darkbreaker. Do you what you gotta do. It's probably happened, and it probably will happen again. I mean, maybe not here in the United States, but over in other countries. Oh, it can happen anywhere. Anywhere and everywhere. Anywhere and everywhere. All right. This is my personal reflection of Martyrs. I view Martyrs as a disturbing masterpiece. While some dismiss it as a sick, cheap, and torture porn, I strongly, strongly disagree. It's an emotionally charged, thought-provoking exploration of suffering, endurance, and the human condition. The love and bond between Anna and Lucy elevate the film beyond horror, making it an unforgettable experience, which it does. I also see this movie as an exploration of Roman Catholic notions of sainthood and martyrdom, delving into the idea of spiritual transcendence through physical pain, which you definitely see in this movie. I was saying Martyrs is a religious film. Not only with the word martyr, but with the way they cause pain to transcend into godlike states, to an afterlife. This is the true depth of Martyrs. Its brilliance lies in its profound insight. The film masterfully portrays mental suffering in all its forms and stages, and taking us on a harrowing journey through the human psyche, which, again, to me, this is my thoughts, my personal reflection on Martyrs. And hold on, Loki's trying to eat my mask. No. Oh, he's trying to kid now. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. He was just trying to eat my Return of the Living Dead mask. Balls. What's up, Cannibal? How are you? So we are coming to that time of Coffee Chat of Horrors. These are my closing remarks. Thank you so very much for joining me on this deep dive into Martyrs. Remember, horror isn't just about scares. It's about pushing boundaries, exploring themes, and challenging our perception of the world. Next Sunday on Coffee Chat of Horrors, we will be heading into an Indonesian horror film, and we will be discussing The Queen of Black Magic. So make sure to mark your calendars for another captivating episode where we'll unravel this chilling tale. And he's off. Get out. Try to take my fucking mask again. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's chat, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can never miss a next episode of when I'm live. Until next time, creepies, creep it real, and I will slash you later. All right, YouTube side is done. Let's go back into our just chatting scene. I'll be right back. This is the mask that Loki's trying to eat. He's a little asshole. Oh my God. It's like I try to have him come down and be a part, but I just can't because he eats my shit. He eats it. He eats my fucking masks. I think guinea pig is a torture porn. I imagine sadistic perv would be disturbed by Martyrs because it emphasizes the misery of the experience. If anything, it's emotional masochist. Yes. Guinea pig and underground are gore just a shock. They're considered torture porn films. Well, in my eyes, they are. I bet he has a green monster cock. He might, Quindy. He might. He is a zombie. That is from Return of the Living Dead. When I had my cancer surgery, they removed several organs and lymph nodes. Whoever was responsible for pain management while I was in the recovery room must have missed a dose because I woke up screaming. Basically, all you can do in that situation is Lamaze breathing and wish people would hurry up with the meds. I wouldn't wish that pain on anyone. That sucks, Diella. And yeah, all you could do is breathe. Seriously, that's all you really could do is just breathe. And that sucks. Don't forget, guys, if you're over on Twitch, do morgue. Exclamation point morgue every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes, you end up with limbs. Brains is an old currency of mine when we used to be on Mixer. It's why I'm not a fan of torture porn. Yeah, you know, everyone likes what they like. I don't mind a bit of torture porn. I'm not afraid to watch anything. That's just something with me. We have an ad that's going to be starting here in a few seconds, like Wusa or Lamaze. Hi, Doom. But yes, if you Doom, thank you. Oh, I did say thank you for the follow. Sorry about that. No, boob, it's boob. And I don't think you're going to see boob on this scene because Cranky Canuck is not on this scene. There's quite a few things that you won't see on this scene because it's CCOH, right? CCOH is a different kind of setup than my normal gaming scene. I do play horror games Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays on Twitch. So if you like horror games and you want to join in, we do horror discussion as well. But Sundays is, oh, you're Bryce. Oh, perfect. Awesome. Well, welcome. Welcome. We play a lot of horror games here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sundays is usually my day of sitting down, chit-chatting horror and discussion. I just got a whole bunch of envelopes for our Scary Stories Scare Mail. So I think on Wednesday night, we may be doing Scare Mail because, as you know, I'm in Canada. We had a postal strike, so our post office is just coming. It's literally just coming back, and they have a backlog of mail for a month to deliver. So I just received all of my Scare Mail envelopes. Good morning, Reegs. How are you? Yeah, he's an asshole, Loki. I would be very upset if Jack tried to eat something like that. That's a nice mask. Well, thank you, Nanette. That's why I got up and ran to get it. Loki is still just a puppy. He just turned 9 months old. So I really can't get too angry with him. He's still learning. And my basement, my murder basement, is filled with collectibles. So he's probably like, ooh, piece of candy. Glad the mailing system came back. Yeah, me too. After a fucking month. Yeah, they're. I was going to say they are catching up. Yes, they are catching up with the mail. Could explain a few things. Damn Canada Post. Yeah, Riggs. Yeah. All right, we've got an ad over on Twitch, which is all righty then, because we are finished with our CCOH now. It's just chit chatting. Yeah. How did you guys like my thoughts, my personal reflection on Martyrs? I again, it's my opinion on Martyrs. Everyone's gonna have a different view, maybe feel something different. This movie did make me feel quite angry watching it. Now, when I watch it, I'm not so angry, but when I first watched it, oh my Lord, did it piss me off. I never said, but it took my snow cap I bought, took a month to get here, but it was still worth it. Yeah, and that's funny, Tweedle, because that did not ship from Canada. That shipped from the United States, and I want to say it shipped from, I want to say California, but I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look into that. But Loki is still a puppy. Oh, you guys want to see one of my other boxes? I just pulled this out. This is, I have a lot of stuff in boxes still that I have no space. However, I was redoing my murder basement a bit in my collection. And so I don't like to play with it, but this is, I know it's a bit darker in here because of my lighting, but yeah, it's pretty nice. Give me that box. I pulled this out of, this is one of the numerous Lament configuration boxes out there. According to the movie, there are quite a few Lament configuration boxes, right? I would really like the remake of it. We don't play with the box, Quindy. We don't play with the box. Yeah, you got to wonder if California is having their own postal issues. Well, with the whole fires over there, yeah, I would think so. So Carlos shipped from the States? No, Carlos shipped from Canada. Any handmade stuff, Deadwalk, so anything that's on the Fub 3 page that's coming directly from us is coming from Canada. We shipped through, I can't remember, Zombie Nation was the one who said, hey, this is a company that's there. We did check it out, and that's where we shipped from. Anything that's handmade is coming directly from my house, from this place right here. If you aren't planning on moving, I'd say invest in shelving that at least 3 foot off the ground. Yeah, right? I don't know what I'm doing. You solved the box and we came. Yeah, exactly. We do have some other cool stuff that's going to be coming that's handmade. I bought some stuff to make things like this. Because I wear glasses, obviously. And so I wanted different kind of eyeglass chains. So I've made a couple. Welcome back, Darkbreaker. I've made one, a nice one. I should have brought it down here. I'll show you guys on Monday night. But I made a nice, simple one. It's not as like jeweled as this one. And it's just bats. So I bought a bunch of those and some chain, and I was making them. So there's going to be a few other things if you wear glasses and you want that kind of stuff coming to the site. But any of the handmade or printed stuff, that comes directly from here. Black and purple bats. Yeah. So it holds my glasses, right? It holds your glasses so they don't fall. I feel like an old lady when I wear them, but I have to. Because if I don't, my glasses fall all the effing time. It is a beautiful puzzle box, right? Yeah. I started doing some rearranging on my shelving unit. So I brought out some more of my other collectibles that aren't up on my desk, on my shelving unit there. I meant your logo as one. Oh, yeah. I don't know how I would do that. Anyone over 40 is a must for the cheater. Yeah, cheater glasses. Exactly. Those motherfuckers fall off my face, especially when I'm cleaning. I need something tight to grip them. I was thinking the same thing you were when I watched Martyrs for the first time and I seen it. Nice, Nanette. That's kind of how I felt. It's flagellation, trying to seek God's forgiveness through pain. It's still in some extreme Catholic sects today. Yeah, 100% macabre. My husband just had to get glasses in the last year, and he needs one because he keeps forgetting them. 100%. Did you know there are lament configuration tissue box covers? I've seen those. There are quite a few different lament configuration things out there. Loki's getting in trouble again. Ah, the boy, man, the boy. Hey, Reaper, how are you? Yeah, I hate wearing my glasses, not gonna lie. If I could wear contacts, I would. I should try doing contacts again. Back in the day, I couldn't wear them because I was allergic to them. Interesting. You pulled a tissue, so we came, right? He is a puppy. He is. He's just turned 9 months, Riggs. So he's like a child in that sense. Like he pushes buttons and he pushes boundaries to see how far he can get before he gets into trouble. And he does that every day. Every day. Several times a day. I can't wait till he's just a little bit older. Actually, I can't wait for the summer because then I can run him ragged at the dog park and then he's just too tired to be an asshole. The only men use tissues that way, besides socks. I'm glad you're doing good, Reaper. I mean, also the breed. Some dogs never settle down. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know how he's going to be. But every one of our friends who have a buddy, he only gets bully breeds. Doesn't matter the breed, but it's always a bully breed, right? You got your pit bulls. You've got a whole bunch of different bullies. So he always gets bully breeds. And just going off of him, he says, as they do get older, they do tend to calm down, but that's not until like year 4. He has told me some fucking horror stories about his bullies. He had one bully named Sadie. She was a pit bull. And he put her in the bathroom to enclose her off. This is when she was much younger. And she ate through the wall into the other room. That was one horror story that he told me right before we got Loki. And then another story was Gia. Gia was another bully breed. I want to say she had a pity mix, and she ate through a metal crate and then like cut herself from down the center because she ate it to get out, and then she scraped her belly up against it, so she had to have a little bit of surgery for that. And so I'm like, oh great, and we're getting a bully breed. Lovely. Yay for me. And yes, he does try to eat. He will try to eat the fucking wall. He will try to eat things if he's left alone for long periods of time, he gets bored. He also is a little stubborn as well. So if I am home during the day, let's say the weekend, I'm home, and then I decide to come downstairs to work on something or to game, he will literally shred my fucking pillows. He's already destroyed 3 pillows now, and I have to take all of my pillows and then put them either downstairs or in the bathroom when I leave because he will fucking destroy them. Hello, Vanessa. How are you? It's very orange cat energy. Yeah. Mr. Paul is over there. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Our boxer lab tried eating through our office door when we had to have him in there. He had his own couch too. Yeah, it's fucking insane. Dahi's pillows, though, the pillows that Dahi and Klepto got me, they're in my bedroom where Loki is not allowed to go. I am going upstate New York drinking a beer. I hope I can still sit in on your coffee talk. Well, Dan, you can always check it out on VOD because it is almost over. However, you'll be able to check it out on YouTube in chapters if you miss anything. Except the orange cat is about 3 feet tall and eats everything. Right? Cats can be assholes too. Not just dogs. But yes, Mr. Loki is still a puppy and he gets bored. He has puppy energy and he can be destructive. That's why when everyone's gaming, I will have to go sit upstairs and game just because I have to keep an eye on him. Like he can't be left alone for long periods of time. You love Shih Tzus, but it makes me anxious how fragile they are. I need a gigantic bloodthirst Shih Tzu. Shih Tzus are cute. I just hope I can get this in my family. Just adopted a 140-pound Newfoundland. Oh, wow. Congratulations. Congratulations. Want boring? A snail pet. Yeah, I guess, right? How excited could a snail be? And call the snail Gary. You have to. Gary is a must. I am going to go and see if Jack will let me sleep. Have a good day, Nanette. Thank you for popping in. I hope you can get to sleep as well. Newfoundland poops like a dinosaur. Yeah, Loki is American Staffordshire Bull Terrier, and we believe Mastiff Cross. Yeah, his poop isn't small. See, I used to have a Chihuahua. His name is Mr. Chico. Mr. Chico passed away of cancer early last year, in April of last year. And he was like 11 pounds. He's tiny, right? So he was my boy. And he is totally different level than Loki. I've never owned a big dog like Loki before. My mom owned dogs like Loki, like she had a Chow. But me personally, I've never owned a big dog before. So, a big boy dog. I did not realize how gross big boy dogs are. Gross. It's a given. Just make sure the snail meows. My cat ate through a loaf of bread and then tore into 2 bags of instant potatoes and dragged them through the house. Yeah, cats can be assholes, man. Okay, I'm going to go. Have a great day, everybody. Pray for the people in the fire. Yes, California has been hit hard. Dan, have a great day. Thank you for popping in. Mr. Pickles. Yes, Chico looks a lot like my Mr. Pickles. Aw. Yeah, Chico is, he was cream color. Yeah, I miss Mr. Chico. Have a good one, Nanette. One of the neighbors has a Chihuahua of their own. He's so tiny. He's 15 years old. Aw, that's cute, Vanessa. Chico made it to the age of 13. He had bone cancer, and bone cancer is very aggressive. Unfortunately, it's a shitty fucking illness, and it's not often small dogs get it, but they can get it, right? Me too. I miss his Cam, Mr. Chico Cam. Maybe when Loki is older and he settles down and stops trying to eat all of my fucking collectibles. He has a bed here. His bed is like right here next to my desk. I was hoping one day that he'll be able to lay down here just like Mr. Chico did and he can have his very own Cam. However, that's probably a while away. Hello, Shelleys. How are you? Daniela passed away in 2018. It sucks when our fur babies pass away. It really does. It does. They're part of your family. He is too full of energy to be napping kind of dog. Oh yeah, no. Loki doesn't fucking nap. The only time he naps is when he's tired out. I'm about to put on Facebook in my communities group, I need doggy play dates because it's winter and it's really, you can't take your dog. I mean, I guess you could take your dog to the dog park, but it would just be so messy. Quinn7695, welcome to the crypt. Thank you so much for the follow. Maybe get him a doggy treadmill. I have a treadmill. I'm trying to get him on it. Yeah, my Takani passed away last year too, not long after Chico did. Yes, I remember that, Reegs. How are you, Quinn? I miss my old dog. She's an Australian Shepherd and Pitbull mix. Yeah, that he is. And so is Bubba. We've got Bubba. We've got Art. I have the Grim Reaper over there. You're Gucci? Awesome. Yeah, it is. But it does. It messes you up, Reegs, because you love these animals, right? You just love them. Thank you. That would work. Cyrix, how the hell are you? Thank you for the blood. Of course. They're coming to TWD, the Ones of Time thing for episode. The Walking Dead, you mean, Dawn? How you doing, Cyrex? I love animals. Oh, I hear Loki barking. I love animals. I like them all. Yeah, it sucks when they pass. Awesome, Don. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm going to try to see Nosferatu this weekend coming. I'll be going by myself, but I'm going to try to see Nosferatu. Yeah, I know. Loki's up there barking his fucking fool head off. So you're good. You're just busy as fuck. My idiot brain decided to join a bunch of volunteer committees and take up all my time. That's good, though. I mean, it's not a bad thing to be busy, right? Not a bad thing to be busy. I've been good. I don't know when the last time I spoke to you. Chico passed away in April of last year, and we have Mr. Loki. He is just turned 9 months old. Life is good. Really can't complain. It's quite warm here today. It's like -2 Celsius. Matea saw it, and her boyfriend saw it 3 times. They liked it. I heard nothing but good things about it. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Cyrex. Yeah, he passed away April of last year at 13 from bone cancer. And then in August of last year, we rescued Loki. He is a American Staffy, we believe, Mastiff mix. And he's a beast. He just turned 9 months old. But yeah, life is good. We're still streaming during the week. We're still playing our horror games, all that fun stuff. April was your 40th. Oh, happy belated 40th birthday. The older I get, the more I want people who won't play games and just be unwaveringly supportive, which is what a dog is. So they die. Yeah, 100%. Your dog is like is a family member. I don't even I mean, all my animals are family members to me. They're my fur babies. I have 3 cats and I have a dog. I don't treat them any differently than my own 2 children. And my own 2 children are adults now, and I have grandbabies. So they're just as important to me as my grandbabies. I can't wait to see Nosferatu in theaters. Yeah. Hello, Aaron. Thank you very much. How are you? Yeah. I want to see Nosferatu. I want to see it in the movie theater. So I'm probably going to go this Saturday. Fur children. Exactly. They're my fur babies. Yeah, definitely. Oh, well, thank you, Doom. Dude, I cried like a baby last time an animal passed. Oh, yeah. I was destroyed for weeks when Mr. Chico passed. Like, it just... For a while. Yeah, it sucks. But, you know, for everything I read, I hear that the next animal that you get is the animal that your previous fur baby sent you. So I look at Loki every time he's an asshole, and I just think this is what Chico sent to me. I still go full emo. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts, Bike. I know. It's sad. I'm watching Nosferatu was on documents and behind the scenes. Nice, Don. My mother-in-law has our dog because our fence and the neighbor's fence needs to be fixed, and he escapes when he can. So we had to make the tough decision to have her take him. That sucks because we found him on a busy road. Yeah, you'd rather have somebody who can keep him and care for him than be in your backyard and potentially get hit by a car, because that's fucking horrid. So you have to do what you have to do, and it sucks. We adopted a 4-year-old ragdoll that is my Scooby's incarnate for sure. Aw. She looks at Loki and wonders what the fuck Chico was thinking. Right? Chico wants you busy so you hurt less. I think so, Diella. I will have a couple on replays to keep my record of watching every single CCOH. I appreciate that, Reaper. You are too busy today, and it's all good. It's all good. This is why we have VODs. At the end of the stream, I will chapter the VOD so you can just watch the nitty-gritty of the deep dive of Martyrs, or you can watch the whole live stream and see our shenanigans. Good at work, hanging with my fellow coworkers, waiting for Biz. Awesome, Aaron. I hope you have a great day at work. It is very hard, Vanessa. Pets, yeah, when they pass, the serial killer recently lost his boy a couple of months back. Chico be like, here's a gift from me to you, Mom, right? To this day, we don't understand what took Bear. We had a theory. He had a double the size ball mass in his neck, but the vet shrank it with a syringe. 2 days later, we found him with a bloody nose and passed away. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that blows. It sucks when we lose our pets, but our pets show us something that sometimes we don't get to see, and how hard we can love, and how hard something can love us back, right? An animal's love is unconditional regardless of how you treat it, and you feel loved, you feel wanted. Your mom said you have too many dolls, Vanessa? You should see how many I have. But yes, it is about that time, guys. It is about that time. We're going to do our ending. And thank you so very much for hanging out with me on this deep dive into French horror, the movie Martyrs from 2008. Yes, there is a remake you can watch, and I believe that remake is in 2015, but please watch the original. Quick little thing, is not as shocking and disturbing as some other horror movies, but Martyrs does have its huge role on child abuse. It is not sexual in any way, shape, or form. However, it is abuse. But thank you guys so very much for coming in here on your Sunday morning, afternoon, or evening and sharing your most precious commodity, and that is your time with me. I hope you enjoyed today's Coffee Chat of Horrors. And next Sunday, we're going to be discussing the 2019 Queen of Black Magic, which there is a original from the 80s, which is just as good as the remake. It is an Indonesian horror film. Really great practical effects. We will be watching it in the Discord. So if you want to join us for movie night, you are more than welcome to. Thank you all for chilling and chatting. We will be live Monday night. We're probably going to dive into some Outlast Monday night. I think possibly some Outlast because, yeah, I like Outlast. I'm glad you stopped in as well, Riggs. It's always nice to see you. You have a nice day as well, Vanessa. I need to set my own timers for the show. I mean, I set them for YouTube today. Just got the notification from YouTube 10 minutes ago. Why do notifications never work? Doesn't matter what site you're on. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. What? I'm sorry I was late. No, don't be sorry. You're here when you're here. It was very nice to see you, Cyrex. I hope everyone has a great rest of your weekend. Tonight, actually in a little bit, Darkbreaker will be playing a movie in the Discord. If you want to join him in the Discord in the movie time, go for it. This game needs to end so I can go the fuck home. I hope you get to go home soon, Macabre. Thank you all for hanging out with me on your Sunday. I love your guts. Be kind to one another. Treat yourself good. And I will slash you all later. Bye.